he gave figures. I'm not saying they're all right or they're wrong, but he gave figures for the Bangalore Central constituency, where he showed how there were more than 1 lakh fake voters. He said that there was a list which he produced over there in the press conference of more than 1 lakh fake voters, people where there were bulk voters on one address. In one small room, 80 people were shown as living. There were people who, there were duplicate names, their same name appearing 4 times, 5 times in the voter list, so clearly a problem. There were people whose fathers' names were written as ABCDEFGH instead of their names. Their addresses were given as house number 0. Now, these are the kind of allegations that any constitutional body that is responsible for holding free and fair elections and expects to have people's trust must immediately address. Unfortunately, the kind of response that has come from the Election Commission so far is nothing short of shocking. The Election Commission is insisting that the leader of opposition give on oath an affidavit with all of this, otherwise the Election Commission is not acting and not doing anything on this evidence that has been given. Now this is so shocking and goes against the fabric of our constitution, because what would one imagine? If any one of us was the election commissioner and we knew that there was nothing wrong that was happening, we would call a meeting with the leader of opposition, with other opposition parties and say, please give us, let's sit on the table, give us the evidence, we will go through everything, we will do a sunwai, we will do karwai, we will actually appoint an inquiry committee and see what is happening. After all, let us not forget that the Election Commission is nearly an 800 people body. There are only 800 people in the Election Commission. The lakhs and lakhs of people who work for the Election Commission are from the government. So the Election Commission has always therefore said that opposition parties, people, media are the eyes and ears of the Election Commission. If there is something wrong that's happening, tell us. That's the only way we can take corrective action. Should the Election Commission not have called all the parties, sat with them, ordered inquiries, and in fact, I would say even do a live webcast of it so that all of us could see as citizens? We are not subjects, we are citizens. Our trust in the Election Commission is important. Instead, the Election Commission chooses to say, we are not going to inquire into this till an affidavit on oath the leader of opposition gives us. Absolutely bizarre. FIRs have been filed on journalists that have been showing the truth on the ground on the SIR. I mean, this is where we are, where the Election Commission used to have an app called the C-Vigil app, where any citizen was encouraged to file a complaint and the Election Commission would say, thank you, I will not act on it. But now, if somebody is showing the truth on the ground and FIR is filed against them, then how dare you? So this is where we are in terms of how do we trust the Election Commission? Another very important issue that has come up in the recent elections is voter turnout. The first time in 2024 general elections, the Election Commission did not tell us the absolute number of voter turnout in the country. Absolute number of voter turnout is nothing great. It's not any, major, big thing that we're asking for. It is just the number of people who came to vote. The Election Commission till date has not put out the voter turnout from the statutory form 17C, that is the only statutory form and record of how many people turned out to vote. We saw what happened in the general elections in 2024. The Election Commission gave voter turnout percentages And those percentages that were given out on the day at the end of polling, at the time that polling closed, the figure that was given 2 days later was vastly increased. There was an increase of 7% in some cases, in some constituencies. In Odisha, I'm coming straight from Odisha right now, there was an increase of between 15 to 30% in the voter turnout. The BJD has actually written a letter which they shared also, where they have said that this is unthinkable, it's unprecedented. This really goes to the heart of elections. We are talking about potential ballot stuffing. We are talking about fake voters. Because what is the Election Commission telling us? They are telling us that a certain number of people came to vote. At the end of the day of polling, they are giving us that figure. And the figure that they are giving us 1 day later or 2 days later is 30% higher than the figure. Are they actually trying to tell us that those many lakhs and crores of people were standing in queues and waiting? Because we know that if you reach a polling station late, you can't vote. Only those who are standing in a queue at the time of close of polling, they are given coupons. Their number of coupons are entered in the presiding officer's diary, and CCTV footage and photographs are taken so that there is no scope for any kind of wrongdoing. Now, naturally, when this kind of voter turnout increase happened, people asked for 3 things. They asked for the Form 17C Part 1, because that has the voter turnout. People said, let us satisfy ourselves. We want to see Form 17C, what the real voter turnout is. The Election Commission has refused to share Form 17C so far. People said, let us see the CCTV camera footage. All of you might have seen and might remember in Chandigarh mayor elections how the presiding officer, Mr. Anil Masi, was caught on CCTV camera changing the ballot papers, defacing them to make sure that the BJP won. Now we know how important CCTV camera footage can be. The Election Commission, in a recent press conference that they did, the Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. Gyanesh Kumar, said that how can I give the CCTV camera footage? Mataon, bahuon aur behnon ki main footage kaise दूंगा? I mean, this is so bizarre. Did the Election Commission ask the Mataएं, bahuएं and behne before making videos? Those videos are surely not for personal viewing. There is a question that is being raised today of fake votes, of electoral votes, electoral rolls might be tampered with. People are asking for evidence. Photographs are not being shared. In fact, after the Haryana elections, state elections, when people asked for Form 17C photographs and CCTV footage, they were not given it. The Punjab and Haryana High Court was approached, and the Punjab and Haryana High Court ruled you have to give the information under Conduct of Election Rules, Rule number 93.2. Because Rule number 93.2 of the Conduct of Election Rules says all electoral records have to be shared with people unless they are explicitly prohibited in Rule 93.1. What did our Election Commission do? Our Election Commission ran to the central government and changed the Conduct of Election Rules. Rule 93.2 was amended. Now we can't get access to CCTV camera footage, to the presiding officer's diary, all of which is so important for people to scrutinize, to check whether elections are happening properly or not. And I'm again stating this. It is not my contention that elections are being rigged. It is not my contention that the electoral rolls are being rigged. But the Election Commission is not acting in a manner which evokes trust in me or any other citizen of this country. The real problem is that we expect an Election Commission, a constitutional body, if they work within the framework of transformative constitutionalism and constitutional morality, that they would stand up and say, nothing to hide. Please, here are the Form 17C, please see them. Here are the CCTV footage and photographs. The Election Commission regularly puts it out on their website when they want to show how many women are coming out to vote. When people are asking, you are going to hide behind the privacy of women and not share these important documents. Why is the Election Commission running away from transparency and accountability? After all, we need to remind the Election Commission that they are not sitting in that position to work for anybody else. They're sitting there to hold elections for the people of this country who are sovereign. Form 17C, the Election Commission has essentially said, we give it to only the polling agents of the candidates. Are elections for polling agents of candidates? When citizens are saying we want to take a look at them, they're saying we will not give. So this is a huge, huge problem that we are facing. And I'm going to stop by saying that this is not just limited to voter lists. We know how today money power is such an important aspect of elections. All of us remember how in 2024, the Supreme Court finally gave the electoral bonds judgment. The electoral bonds were a completely secret instrument that were brought in to give money to any political party. Any industrialist, any corporate, any citizen could give money to a political party and nobody would get to know how much money was given by whom to which party. Complete secrecy. The Election Commission, to begin with, spoke against the electoral bonds. But funnily and strangely enough, when the matter was being agitated in the Supreme Court, the Election Commission changed its stance and said, we see nothing wrong with electoral bonds. And we filed RTI requests to pull out the Election Commission's own letters to the Finance Ministry, to the government, saying, please don't bring in electoral bonds, they will finish our democracy. There will be a few people who will end up gaining because they are the ones who will take money and win elections, and we will have no way of stopping black money happening and elections being swept away. Don't do it. And yet the Election Commission finally in the Supreme Court said, we have no problem with electoral bonds. Political parties have been declared to be public authorities under the Right to Information Act by the Central Information Commission. Till date, political parties, none of the national political parties that have been declared to be public authorities under the RTI Act so that there is transparency in them, none of them have agreed to be public authorities. They don't have public information officers. What has the Election Commission done? Why is the Election Commission not worried about transparency of and accountability of political parties? These are very big questions that our electoral democracy today faces, and I think that it is a moment of reckoning for the Election Commission. It is crucial that the Election Commission recognize that it has a constitutional obligation to conduct free and fair elections. Elections are all about trust. It has to have the trust of people, and I really hope that the Election Commission understands that it has to work with full transparency, responsiveness, and accountability to the people of India, because finally it is electoral democracy that is at stake. Thank you.